pettiest neighborhood dispute you have ever watched collapse into the most perfect, most deserved ending imaginable. My neighbor Gerald has been in a sustained conflict with the concept of inconvenience for the entire 5 years I have lived next door to him. Gerald has filed formal written complaints about my wind chime, which he described as aggressively rhythmic, my recycling bin aesthetically misaligned with the street's visual identity, and my car, which is gray, and which Gerald told me directly, he found psychologically depressing as a first visual impression in the morning. But I will say this about Gerald, the man puts genuine craft into his grievances. I have all 3 letters framed in my hallway. Therefore, when his 4th letter arrived, I assumed it would be another addition to the collection. It was not a collection piece. It was a 4-page formal noise complaint filed with the city, citing my dog for relentless and aggressive barking between the hours of 6 and 9 in the morning. The complaint included a section Gerald had labeled emotional and psychological impact, which ran to nearly a full page. My dog is Biscuit. Biscuit is a 7-year-old basset hound. She has the face of a philosopher who has seen too much of this world and moves through life at the pace of someone who has thought carefully about urgency and decided it is not for her. But here's the thing about Biscuit that Gerald did not know. Biscuit has been completely, profoundly veterinarian certified deaf since birth. She does not bark. She has never barked. Barking is not a concept. Biscuit is aware exists in this world. Yeah, it gets better. The city sends an animal control officer, professional, thorough, clipboard in hand. He asks to meet Biscuit. Biscuit waddles out, sniffs his left shoe with great deliberation, sits down on the porch, and stares at the middle distance. The officer tries a training clicker, then a whistle, then a sharp, loud clap directly behind Biscuit's head at close range. Biscuit does not react, in any way, at all. The officer looks at me. Is she deaf, I say. Completely, since birth. Gerald, who has come outside to observe the proceedings with his arms folded and the expression of a man anticipating full vindication, goes very, very quiet. The officer files his report. It states that the animal in question is physiologically incapable of producing the sounds described in the complaint. It also notes in an official city document that now permanently exists that the complainant may wish to investigate alternative sources of the reported acoustic disturbance. Therefore, they investigated. The alternative source was Gerald's own air conditioning unit, recently serviced, producing a low rhythmic sound at certain wind angles between the hours of 6 and 9 in the morning. Biscuit had been sleeping through it for months. She was the only one on the street who had. Gerald has not sent me a letter in 8 months. Biscuit is currently asleep on the couch. She is unaware that any of this happened and would not care if she were. I got the animal control report framed. It hangs right next to the wind chime complaint. The wall is really coming together.